Hello, Storybox World. In this lesson, we're going to be doing Snowy Mountain Adventure. Okay, this is going to be fun. So I have my substrate, and a substrate is what we're going to collage. We're gonna put our collage down on top of, but I don't want to put it on this side because I want this to be the back of it. And what this is it's a thicker cardstock, and it is cut to an 8x8. So the other side does have a picture on it also, but we're going to collage on top. And this is what the back's going to look like. So we're not going to see this when we're done. We're going to see this. All right. So we have Snowy Mountain Adventure. This is going to be fun. We have collage paper. Okay. We have collage paper that comes with the kit. And we have either collage paper that comes with the kit, and you can cut these out. I'm going to kind of cut around the mountain. So there is some sky that comes with the kit, or if you have your own collage paper, you could choose that. And I'm going to grab the pattern. So I have the pattern with me, and this is one you can look at for a guideline, your instructions, your supplies. I'm gonna cut this away so I can put that to the side. All right, now I can have something to look at. Okay, so I'm gonna do the sky. I'm not gonna cut the stars out just yet. I'll do that later. And right now I need to choose if I'm gonna do the sky that came with it, or I might do both. Let me see what it would look like if I did both. So if I did some of my own collage paper, I kind of probably need like this. I need maybe that much if I did my own collage paper, right about here. And then if I did the sky color that comes with it, it would be right here. Now, I can do both of these together. I'm going to put a paper underneath me so it catches stuff. So I'm going to do two skies at the same time, and then that way I can choose which one I want to use. And what I'm going to do, they're both, here's the sky, and they're both under here all the way. So I'm going to cut the sky out, and it kind of seems when you're cutting out the sky, it kind of feels like you're cutting out the mountains. And okay, let me go up this mountain. It kind of feels like you're cutting out the mountains, but when you cut the mountains out, you also end up cutting the sky out. All right, so that was the pattern. And because I put two pieces of paper, we have two skies to choose from. So we've got two choices, and I'm going to take my substrate. So remember, this is the back, and you want to look to see if you have an up and down. I do see little butterflies, and they're headed up, so I want to make this side up. I want to put paper down where I'm going to glue on, one for cutting, one for gluing, and I'm going to choose which sky I want. I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't know. I just like it. I might use this one later on another picture. All right. So I'm going to take my glue stick, and I'm not really going to worry about placing it right on the exact line. I'm just going to kind of get it on there and go off the edge. And I'll tell you why in a second. Let me do it first and then I'll tell you why. All right, there. So it goes off the edge a little bit up here, not too much, and on the side. So just a little bit, not very much at all. When we're finished with the whole thing, we're going to cut these edges off. We're not going to do it right now, but we're going to be going off the side a lot. And I don't want you to worry about that because we're going to trim it off. So yeah, it would be difficult to try to line it all up. So I didn't want you to worry about that part. Um, oh, look, now I have mountains. All right. I might use this for something. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized now I have the mountains. Oh my gosh. Is that a duh moment? Yeah, kids, don't tell your parents I said that. Look, look. Now we have the mountains too. I almost could do that. Okay. You could do that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that. All right, I'm just having fun over here. Yeah, you could just have the mountains done. Okay, I'm gonna quit goofing off. So now I'm gonna get my mountains and I'm going to choose if I want to use a different collage paper, and I probably do. You could you could simply you could simply put you could simply glue that down and there you go. There's your mountains. And if you were worried about the white on the edge, if you were worried about like the little white left over on the edge, what you would do is you could either add extra paper to cover it up or you could color it in. But I'm going to experiment a little bit more and I'm going to look at some of my other collage papers that I have. And let's see. I have a lot of collage papers that I have. So we need the top of the mountains, the icy, but we need the dark part first because the icy part's going to go on top. So it's going to look a little strange at first because we need the darker part, so we're going to put the white on top. So let me see. I'm going to change my mountains up. I think I'll get one of these. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of change my mountains up because I have a lot of really pretty papers. If you want to just use what comes in the kit, go ahead. If you want to gather up papers from around your space, and like if you have wrapping paper, any pretty papers that you have, if you want to color some paper, that is fine too. Let's see. I'm going to try to cut out this mountain first. And I'm just going to cut out the mountain the best I can. I'm going to hold it in place. Oops. I didn't get the whole tip, but we are going to go in and put the white on the tip, so that's okay. That's okay. I didn't get the tip of the mountain, but we're going to put white on, so that is perfectly fine. Okay, let's get our substrate, and it's going to feel like you're piecing a puzzle together. So here's our pattern, and we just cut this one out like that. So we're going to put this one down instead. And yeah, it's missing the tip. We'll get that in a minute. Glue that down. We'll get the tip in a minute. Okay. I do want to kind of overlap a little bit. So, all right. We're going to do the mountains first, and then we can come back and do the tip. So it's not going to pop until we get the white in. So here's one mountain. Now let's go let's go do another mountain. I think I'm going to get a little bit of this color right here. Okay, I'm going to get some of this color. I'm going to lay that down. All right, I'll try to get the tip of the mountain this time. Okay, there's one. Okay, just kind of cut this mountain out. There we go. Yay, we got the next mountain. This is, it's like, I guess if like you were sewing, kind of the same as putting a pattern together. You want to keep these and you want to know where these are at because we got to come do the tip of them in a minute. So let's remember where the tips are. And hey, right now it's not, you're not seeing the contrast yet. That's going to come up. We have another mountain. Let's see what other. Oh, this is pretty. I think I'll use some of this. All right, I'm going to use some of this. Make sure I got enough. Yeah, I should have enough. All right, let's grab this mountain right here. Oops, you don't go away, mountain. You stay right there. And you go right there. Okay, now we got another mountain. Do you want your lines going up? Do you want them going sideways? I'm going to do mine going up. Make sure it's all the way under. We're going to cut right there. So make sure your paper is all the way under. And just kind of follow. And you can make it a little bit bigger. So it didn't go this far, but I'm just going to add extra because it can get trimmed off when we're done. It's always better to have extra. It's easier to have extra than less. Okay, yay, we got this mountain. And here's our pattern. Here's this mountain. And let's overlap it. Oh, I'm glad I made that. I'm glad I made that one bigger because yeah, it worked out making it bigger. We'll trim it when we're done. Okay, everybody's doing good. Good job, good job. Now let's get the tip of the mountains. Are we missing a mountain? Hold on. I might be I think this is a mountain. It is. That's a mountain. Okay, hold on. I have a darker color. I like this. Let me get that mountain. Hold on. It was kind of hiding a little bit. All right. This mountain was hiding a bit. It's kind of off to the side. All right. I like to make mine bigger. So I like to make mine a little bit bigger and hang off the edge. And then that way it's just, it's easier. It's easier if it's bigger because we can cut it down. So let's see how that goes. Okay, let's see. That's going to go here, here, here. These are going to go here. And this is kind of going a little bit off the edge. That one's there. All right. Oops. Okay, that one there. Okay, this one's kind of, and you can aim these however you want. You can have it go off the page. You can aim it up. I might aim mine up a little bit. This will be trimmed. Okay, now let's get the tips on. Okay, let's grab some lighter color and we'll come back and do the bottom of the mountains in a minute. So we're going to set this to the side, but we will come back to that. But let's get some contrast going. So tip of the iceberg. All right. we'll get a tip of the mountain and okay. Yeah, you can use magazine paper, you can use your old school homework. You can use paper out of a book. You could use wrapping paper. You could use Amazon packaging paper that you paint on top of, paper that you colored, just about anything. Okay, that was and it, you can, okay, there. Just kind of put it, you can have fun. If it doesn't, if you want to go a little, if you want to make it fit, or if you just want to be a little more on top, I'm gonna put that one underneath. Okay, there. That was that one's tip. And now we've got this one. Let's see. I think I might have a little bit of different paper. Let's see. Let's see what other paper options I have. This one's pretty, but I don't know if I want it in the middle. This is a pretty paper right here. I'm not sure if I want that in the middle. I might use that over to the side. I have another paper. Yeah, I did. I gathered up all my pretty papers ahead of time, and I kind of looked at what I would use during this specific collage. Okay, I think I'll go for that one here. All right. So I went and gathered up all my collage papers first. And I kind of looked at the color harmony and what color that I want it to be using in this particular picture. And I gathered up all my papers and I just kind of laid them on the table. And so that way, when I'm doing this picture, I'll have papers laying out that are going to go with this picture. So that was something I did ahead of time. And now it's just kind of choosing what I want to use. Oops. Okay. That one's kind of, all right. And you can put them sideways. That's fine. All right, that one's cute. It's a little sideways. I might come give this guy a little bit of a tip too. He just kind of feels left out. All right. This one, I kind of feel like I want to use this one over here. And I feel like this guy's left out. So let me get this one something. I'll get this mountain something here. And I'm just kind of cutting off. And it doesn't have to be the exact same as the pattern. You know, don't worry about getting offline because you're just going to be putting it on top anyways. So do your best, and then if you want to aim it any direction. Okay, there. This one, go down. But I want you to go underneath that one. All right, I want that one to go underneath, but it doesn't want to, so I'm going to cut it off. It didn't want to go underneath. I wanted this mountain here in front. So, there. Okay, that way this mountain's in front. This little guy, he just feels like he needs something. Maybe, let's see, do I want this color? I don't know if I want this color or a little bit of this color. Let me look. Yeah. I don't really have a top for him. You can use one of the other tops. That This guy didn't get a top. You could just use one of the other tops, or you can kind of just make up your own. In that way, everybody's artwork is unique. I like that. I love that about collage, is everybody's going to get a unique piece. And okay, there. I actually like that. Oh, yeah. Now you see the contrast. Yes, I know. I'm loving it. Yeah, absolutely loving it. Okay, what do we have left? Um, oh, I covered up the instructions. Okay, there we go. You're like, can we see the instructions? Hopefully you printed this out. If you're following us on YouTube, go to storyboxworld.com and get your printout. Let me see where that went to. Um, yeah, yeah, just go over there and get your printout. It's buried, so I'll have to find it. And now let's see. Let's see what we got. We've got the ice part. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I found it. So, if you're following us on YouTube and you want to go print out your kit, the one that I just cut up, yeah, just go to storyboxworld.com and you can print this out. Okay. I'll set this I'll set this somewhere. Okay, so now we have the little snowy part left. It's right here. That's a little more in the purple color. So let me find some purple. I have lots of collage paper here. I'm kind of looking at this one, and there were some other purples I was looking at. All right. So I'm looking at this one, and I had blown mine up a little bit bigger so I can look at it. And yeah, just head over to storyboxworld.com and you can get these downloadables so you can have something to look at. All right, snowy part. We're on the snowy part. So um if you have the smaller instructions, this is the same thing. We have some snow in the back, and one of them's a little lighter. It's a little bit lighter, not too dark. And I think I'm going to go with this paper here. I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to go for this piece right here, and I did cut enough out. And it's kind of like ice, like the ice going over. So I'm going to make sure that, let's see, do I want it laying down like ice or up? I think I might, did I cut enough, lay it down? I think I'm going to put it at an angle. All right, my pattern kind of has a pattern. Yeah, my pattern has a pattern. All right, so anyways, let's just get back to cutting, right? Okay, so my pattern, I'm sorry, that was funny. My pattern has a pattern. All right, so don't be afraid to cut it bigger than what the pattern is. And this one's going to go right here, and it's kind of like icy things. Okay, so it's a little bit of icy thing. Oh, nice. I'm happy with that. All right, so that was an icy thing. And then it looks like these might even get whiter. So let me see. How many do I have? I have two. I think I'm gonna grab some of my whiter paper. This would be pretty easy to make. You could just take like white paper and splatter these colors around. So this would be pretty easy to make if you wanted to make something like that. And also, if you're in Storybox World in our art camp, we do show how to make the papers. So yeah, if you want to come to art camp, come on over. We'd love to have you. All right, so let's get this one cut out. I'm going to line it up, and I'm just going to kind of cut out the ice. And I do not know if this is Antarctica or the Arctic. I'm not sure where. Um, my we have somebody that helps us do the design. He goes by Bear because he's a little snuggy bear, and he knows more if something's more like Antarctica versus the Arctic. Yeah, he's like extremely knowledgeable, so we will have to ask him. He'll probably tell me it looks like Alaska, right? Okay, so now it's kind of like a puzzle. Let's move this out of the way. It's kind of like a puzzle, and it's just going to go right here. Um, but before I do that, I think this one's back in the back. So I'm not going to glue that one down yet. I'm going to go grab something else really quick. I feel like this one's in the front. Okay. Let me see if I want to do that one, or yeah, I want to see if I want to do that one or this one. I like this one. I like both, but I like this one. It just really pops. All right. I didn't glue this one down yet because I feel like this one is going in the back. Okay, let's make sure it's under. And if you have any really cool thing that you're like, oh, cover it, put it on that side, then you can kind of line it up a little bit. All right. It's always good to have extra paper. It's good to have extra. And let's see, this one's going in the back. So, okay. And the guideline is just that. The guideline is a guideline. So don't worry about being like all perfect with it. So, all right. Yeah. This one, that one's going to go here. I'm glad I cut that one out bigger because actually it looks like I'm going to have a gap, so I'm going to need to put something else down there. I don't have enough right here, and that happens. And when you have gaps, you could either cut more paper or you could just simply fill it in with a marker. It's totally up to you how you want to go about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put this down, and then I will decide if I want to put more paper, and I'm going to overlap it just a bit. And now there's a gap. I can decide if I want to put more paper, or I can decide if I just want to put marker down. And these aren't going to fit perfectly. You're going to have to adjust them. So that's also the fun part of collage. You do want to overlap. So you want to focus more on overlapping, and it's still good. It's still okay to go off the side because we're going to trim that up. So don't worry about going off the side. And hey, it looks like this is going to be too short and not come all the way down. So when I do this one, I want to make it longer. And let me see, where did this go? Oh, it looks like maybe these are purples. I do have purple. It looks like maybe a purple one here. Maybe it should have ended here, and then something over here. I have this really pretty purple paper, and you could be using, oh, maybe I'll use some that came with the kit since I didn't, yeah, if you take the shortcut and you just want like that, ooh, actually that's cool. If you still have your collage paper that came with the kit, you could Yeah, that would be cool. All right, but this is actually supposed to be collage paper. So if you want to use some of it as actual collage paper, I think I will, just so I can. I mean, my bear friend made the collage paper for us, so I might as well use some of it, right? All right. Let me see what that would look like. And oh, I don't want to lose that last piece. Um, it has white right here, but I'm gonna make this go off the edge, so that's gonna get cut away anyways. Um, let's see. All right, that's gonna get cut away, and I'm gonna overlap it here. That I think if I scoot it down a little bit, that little bit of white. All right, I think this white edge will get cut off too. I still have a hole. So in this hole, I could fill it in or color it in, either one. We'll see. One more piece. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, everybody. Oh, should we leave it like that? It's the patch of spring in the middle of the winter. Yeah, take a picture. All right, the snow is going to cover. Okay, so at this point you could take the collage paper and fill that in, and it would be something like this. Or you could grab your own paper, and I'm going to do both. So I'm going to show how to do both. So I'm going to cut two at once. I hope I cut enough paper. Oh, I didn't cut enough paper. Hold on, you guys, just a second. Sometimes that happens. I will use that for a different project at this point. All right, I have enough paper now. Yeah, make sure you cut enough paper. Otherwise, you're like, oh, other project. Okay, I cut enough paper now. So I'm going to cut three. Here's my pattern. Here's the collage paper that came with the kit. And I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger just to make sure that I've got enough. You know, it could be cut off. So I'm going to move my, I'm going to kind of just move my pattern up right there. Okay, I got to make sure there's enough on that one. All right, so what's going on now? I have the pattern, I have the collage paper, and then I have my own collage paper. So I'm going to show everybody a really cool trick. You guys are like, really? Look, okay, hold on. This is really cool. You cut once and you get two snowy mountains. Now you get to choose. So that was the final piece. Okay, now you get to choose. Do you want what came with the art kit? Actually, that's really pretty. All right, do you want what came with the kit? I do like that. Or do you want to be your own individual crazy artist? Hi. Yes, hi everybody, individual crazy artist. That I love that about collage. The kits are meant to inspire you, but go ahead and make your own original. Okay, we're almost done. We could either fill this in with a marker, which that glue is still wet, so I'm not going to do a marker because it will ruin it. So what was the other choice? The other choice was to stick a piece of paper in there. All right, look, there's a piece of paper. Okay, so if it's still wet and you don't want to ruin your marker, I would suggest finding a little piece of paper and sticking it right there. If you do have a lot of white gaps, then let it dry and then just come in and fill in with marker, crayon, whatever. Okay, everybody, ready for the fun part? All right, so this is what it looks like now. It's really cute, everybody. Everybody's doing good. Good job. You could go to your paper cutter at this point, but mine's under the table and I don't feel like digging it out. Or you could practice your scissor cutting, gluey, sticky skills. And that's always fun. It's always fun to practice your gluey, sticky cutting skills. I know you guys came here just for that. And maybe to learn a little bit about the North Pole. Oh, we do have a winter. We have winter art camp. I think in our winter art camp, I'm going to see if I can trim that up a bit. I think in our winter art camp we have polar pals, and I think they're little animals that went to the Antarctica. Okay, this is cute. This is all ready for our page in our storybook. All right, everybody. Everybody, good job. Go post in the group, and if you if you're if you're here with us in art camp in Storybox World, go post in the group over there. And if you want to know how to get into art camp, online art camp, it's storyboxworld.com if you're on YouTube. Okay, I would love to see what you guys have. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.